morning, guys. Coach Louie here. I just finished up our 10-round heavy bag that we're going to be doing today. We're going to be doing a total duration of 2 minutes and 30 seconds on with a minute break in between. Today, what we're going to be focusing on is a combo progression, all right? So each round, we're going to be adding one movement, whether it's one more punch or an additional slip to work on our defense. I'm going to be doing the entire thing with you guys. I'm not going to be talking during the rounds, but I will be coaching you in between, giving you some key pointers, such as how to stabilize the bag as it's moving around, how to work on your breathing, how to work on your footwork as you're moving around the bag, things of that nature. Before we kick off the workout, you guys make sure that you like, comment, subscribe as we are looking to grow our Fight Night Physique community. And again, if you absolutely love this workout, go ahead and feel free to share it with a friend, spread the word. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, you guys, so for your first combo today, what we're gonna go ahead and do is just gonna go ahead and start off with 2 quick punches with a defensive slip right. All right, so go ahead and get in your stance. Nice, bending those knees. Start off with that jab cross, and then make that X shape to the right-hand side, taking that head off the center line. If you're a lefty, you would just do the exact opposite, starting off with that right left, and then making that X shape to the opposite side. One more time before we get started. Jab cross, slip right. Let's go. Go ahead, take a minute. All right, remember guys, it's combo progression today. So we're gonna add one more punch to that sequence. All right, so starting off, jab cross. You're slipping right. Now we're gonna go ahead and come back with that cross. Again, we're in a stance, jab cross, slip to the right, taking that head right off center line. So that way you come right back up and counter. Same exact thing, just mirrored. Again, if you are in your southpaw or lefty stance. Feel free to move around the bag as well. Treat it like a dance. You wanna go ahead and get into the flow of it. You don't wanna just stay in one spot doing the same thing, because then you're not really getting that sparring simulation or that fight simulation. Let's go, guys. breather. Round 3 coming up. We're still working on that combo. We're gonna add one more punch to it before we move on to the next combo in the next round, all right? But to finish off this sequence here, start off jab cross, slip to your right, come back with that cross, and then you're gonna go ahead and give me that left hook, all right? That L-shaped punch. So again, jab cross, slip, cross, and then left hook. Guys, if you're having trouble like I am right now with the bag moving around, what you can do is make sure that you time it. So every time that bag comes towards you like this, that's when you want to go ahead and let your punches off. So that way you can somewhat stabilize the movement. That way it's not running all over the place. 5 seconds. All right, let's go. All right, take a break. All right, you guys. Round 4, we come to our new block, new combo. To start it off, just give me a nice and light jab, cross, left hook. Take this time to get some water. And again with this, make sure you're breathing. After each punch, you'll notice that's when I take my breath out. So how I get my breath in the meantime is as I'm dancing around, that's when I take my breath in, so that way I can let it out. Keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. Those are just some key ways to help you stay in it, so that way you don't gas out so fast. We're gonna count down from 3 seconds. Let's go, guys. All right. We're gonna add our first defensive movement. Now we're gonna slip left. All right, so it's very important that you take that back foot and kind of pivot it in that forward direction, just like that. It's almost like you're doing a lunge. All right, so we're here, jab, cross, hook, and then you're gonna go ahead and take that back foot, and then you're gonna pivot it forward. So that way it facilitates that movement. I shouldn't even have my hands up or do anything like that. That's how fluid that movement should be. And again, if you're left-handed, jab, cross, right hook, but you would just go ahead and make that pivot with your left foot. 5 seconds, guys. All right, let's go. Take a breather. All right, final part for this combo coming up. We're not coming up on round number 6, guys. So after that slip left, or again, slip right if you're southpaw, we're gonna add another hook. All right, so jab, cross, hook. Then you're gonna slip. We're getting out of the way of that incoming cross, and then you're gonna go ahead and counter with that hook. All right, so again, jab, cross, hook, slip, and counter. Get out of the way of that incoming cross, and then counter again with that lead hook. After this round, we're gonna start the process of putting everything together, guys, so get ready. All right, let's go. Take a break. All right, round number 7 is coming up. This is the final push of our organized combos here. So like I said, we're gonna be putting everything together. So we're gonna go ahead and start you guys off with a jab cross, slip right, and then cross. All right. No, I'm sorry. Jab cross, slip right, cross, lead hook is what we're looking for. So 4 punches in our new combo for round number 7, all right? So again, jab cross, slip right, cross, lead hook. This is where it's gonna get really intense, you guys. Make sure you're breathing, make sure you're pacing yourself, get ready. We're gonna count it down from 5. All right, let's go. One minute. All right. Next up, guys, we are adding a slip. All right, so starting off with that jab cross, and then you're gonna slip, cross hook, and then after that hook is when you slip into that direction. All right, so again, jab cross, slip, cross hook, and then slip. All right, so 2 slips for this combo here. Got about another 15 seconds until we get right back into it. Round 8 coming up. Get ready. Let's go, guys. All right, 1 minute. All right, guys. We're now adding a final hook to that sequence there. All right, so starting it right from the top. Jab cross, slip, cross hook, slip, and then finish it off with that lead hook. All right, so again, jab cross, slip, cross hook, slip, and then that final hook at the end. Again, if your bag is moving all over the place and you absolutely need to stop it, but the combo's not doing it, just throw out like a quick jab cross or something like that just to help stabilize it. We're gonna count down. All right, guys, let's go. break. Round 10 coming up. Freestyle round. Anything that we went over today, challenge your brain, put it all together, and give it hell, you guys, for this final round. We are gonna be doing a burnout, 30 seconds of punch outs, looking like this at the very end, all right? I'll give that signal for you all. Shut up those shoulders, build the endurance. You'll survive. Again, anything we went over today. So, quick recap. We did a jab cross, slip cross, jab cross hook, slip hook. We just did a quick jab cross hook. Anything in that nature. 5 seconds. All right, let's get it, guys. Get ready, guys. All right, burn it out. Let's go. Final 30. We're going for speed. Bring those hands back to the face each time. Full extension on the arms. Let's go. All right, time, guys. That is everything. Hell of a job. Adding that extra 30 seconds with those rounds. So last time we did 2 minutes. Bumped it up to 2:30 this time. Makes a huge difference, you guys. Shout out to you if you made it all the way through to the very end of this workout. And if you didn't quite make it yet, just keep trying. Keep coming back to it. Do what you can until you can eventually work your way up to the entire duration of it, you guys. That's everything that I have for you today. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. This is Coach Louie, and I'm signing out, you guys.